Hello there, welcome back to a new episode. Tonight, or at least this evening, we are looking at Dogecoin. So this one is being filmed at an earlier time. It's being filmed at 3:20 United Kingdom time, so do bear that one in mind. But so far today, since midnight up until right now, we are seeing Dogecoin up. Dogecoin starting at midnight on a price of about 5.15 cent. Again, so far today, we're climbing to about 5.29 cent. It is actually quite a significant rise in price. This comes after a red 5-day period. We saw lows down here as we have established previously. Lows were basically touching the 5 cent range exactly, but from there we pulled ourselves back up and now we are seeing a bit of positivity. If we look over to the interactive charts on Yahoo Finance, we are now seeing a green candlestick so far, which is good. And again, we saw about 3 or 4 days of consistent sell-off. I do think this was a bit of a correction with the price of Dogecoin, so I wasn't too concerned. And again, now we are seeing Dogecoin up so far today. So things looking good so far. The pressure is pointing upwards. If we look at the candlesticks and the wicks coming out of those candlesticks, we can see that the wick to the downside is a bit more prevalent than that to the upside. So of course, the candle's body is still pushing further into the green, which is good. It does show quite a lot of pressure towards the upside in my opinion, and that is fantastic. So good things going on so far for Dogecoin. Now if we do want to give this one a bit of a comparison to some of the other major cryptos, we can see that Bitcoin today is up, which is good. Again, Bitcoin is seeing a red 5-day period, very similar to that of Dogecoin. And again, Bitcoin is a rather large coin. I think it's something which a lot of people do want to keep in their mind, just to track how other cryptos are moving. So there's Bitcoin moving in a very similar way. Ethereum, looking at that one today, we are up, but in the past 7 days, we are actually following a very similar pattern once more, falling. Then we hit the slowdown here just a few days ago, and we are climbing ourselves back up. So there you go guys, two of the most prevalent cryptocurrencies following a very similar pattern to Dogecoin. I think this is quite good. We already know that Dogecoin is a hyped up coin, don't get me wrong. A lot of people very interested in Dogecoin, not necessarily a bad thing, but I think the fact that the whole crypto market was selling off in this time period is good. I think if we were seeing Dogecoin by itself sell off, perhaps that would be a bit worrying because as we know, like I have mentioned, there is a lot of hype around this coin and we just don't know what people are holding this one for, People could be holding this one for a serious crypto investment, or people could just be holding this one for a joke and of course not be 100% aware of the risks. And we have seen this previously, right? We've seen Dogecoin's price fall and then we've seen people immediately sell out because they got a bit scared as soon as they saw this one go down. This is something which I have spoken about many a time before and I'm going to briefly mention it again. Dogecoin has a lot of potential, I really do believe that, but I think where we stand right now, we need to remember that this one isn't going to go straight up in a very linear fashion. I mean, yes, we are seeing good growth in the past month. We can definitely say that is true. But I think it is important to note that if you're looking for Dogecoin, we are going to see dips like this along the way. And that is absolutely fine. But yeah, today is moving very good and I'm happy to see that. I think going forwards, if we can see this candlestick end up further in the green, which is absolutely possible, fantastic. And we're pushing ourselves back to the upside. So overall, what I'm trying to say is that the majority of the crypto market was selling off for some time, and looking at how Dogecoin has been moving in relation, it is not out of place for the other cryptos, and this is good. I'm happy to see Dogecoin back on the growth now, and honestly at the current price I would see it as a decent buy. Previously we have seen Dogecoin sell off as we have down here. We hit this low point around the 5 cent range again. We hit the 5 cent range for a consistent amount of time here, and once more hitting the 5 cent range there. So what we can kind of establish is that the resistance that we are hitting is around this 5 cent range, and of course it is basically coming back there, kind of supporting itself, consolidating and then coming back up. So again, I would like to see this one continue to rise. I think it is a decent price where we are right now. I would consider it quite a decent buy, but of course it is a risky currency, we already know that, so make sure that you are aware of the risks. Thank you for joining me for this episode though. I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye until then.